Hey there, Rachel Cook here, founder of the Yogipreneur and your host for Yogipreneur TV. I'm so excited about bringing my special guest today on for you. This is Pleasant Salicki, who is the founder and owner of Little Om Yoga Studio in Washington, D.C. It's an amazing community for new moms, pregnant moms, and families. It's really a one-of-a-kind type of studio out there. And she has built an amazing, amazing community. In fact, it is one of, I have to say, the best yoga communities where not only is she passionate about what she's doing, but her teachers are really out there spreading the word, which we love. As studio owners, this is what they're looking for. So I have invited Pleasance to join us today to help those yoga teachers out there who are wondering, how do they find their yoga home? Big question I get all the time, and I know Pleasance, as a studio owner, you have a lot of experience working with teachers and helping them find their yoga home. So thank you for joining us.
Yay, thank you for having me. It's so fun to be here.
Well, I'd love to start with just kind of, how do you, as a studio owner, as someone who is juggling so much on your plate, how do you figure out who's going to be a great fit for your studio as far as a teacher?
So one of the things that we do first of all, we don't have a teacher training at Little Om at this point. So a lot of the other studios in DC do. So I know that they train teachers and then recruit and hire from their own trainings. But since we don't have that, we get a lot of new teachers from around the city. And one of the things who call for interest, one of the things that I always do is really encourage teachers to come to our classes and to see how it feels. For me, Little Om is a lifestyle. So it has to feel like it's a place you want to spend time. We have kids running around. There might be babies crying. We have some really eccentric characters at Little Om who love to just grab the babies and hold them after class. So you have to want to sort of be part of that community, and you almost can't get away with someone not knowing your name and sort of knowing about your life. So if that's not for you, then it's not a good fit. And especially for teachers, we have small boutique style classes. So teachers who want to teach a large number, 30, 40, 50 people in a class, we're not a good fit for them. So I think the best way to learn about that is to get into the studio, see how it feels, and then connect with the studio owner, with the management, with the students, with the other teachers, and start helping out and volunteering. Studios need so many hands to run all the different things we're doing throughout the day. So most of the time, that's where we really find our most gifted and talented teachers.
I love that. And that's super important, I think, for new teachers, is not to get stuck in the kind of old paradigm of, if you're out hunting for a job, you just put your resume out everywhere. You have to be a little bit more strategic and a little bit more interested in where you're going to be involved. So that's really, really crucial.
I think at this point, because there's so many teacher trainings, especially in a city like DC, where, I might get, I don't know, between 5 and 10 emails a month, new teachers coming out. We love to teach at your studio, but they don't really know anything about our studio. And because we're so community oriented and I feel like we're super unique, I really want them to feel like it's a good fit for them. That's most important to me too.
I love that. So when someone is a good fit for you, tell us a little bit about what, aside from just being a natural fit for your studio, what do you look for as far as maybe personalities, skill sets? What is important to you to have as a teacher?
For sure, flexibility, being open, being honest, learning, wanting to continue to learn. So our internal sort of community of the teachers and staff, we're more like family. They're at my house a lot. We help each other out with childcare. And so really wanting to be engaged with the community is really important to me. Also, I think being able to notice where you want to learn and grow and being able to tap into that and asking for help. I really want to learn more about anatomy. I really want to learn more about the baby classes. Just that sort of love of learning is really important to us. And I think that's generally, teachers who take themselves as professionals, who got their business cards, who are putting it out into the world that this is what they're doing. Those are the teachers in the classes that I really see thriving. people who know that it's a partnership with the studio to build the classes.
Yeah.
We want our studio to be around for a long time, I say, so that my kids can take it over if they want to. And so then that means that the studios and the teachers, we have to work together to do that. I can't do it all for them, and they can't do it without us. Then they won't have a job, obviously. So I love that idea of like, let's work together and do this long term. So for us, it's that same thing. Like, we try to make strategies that will help us build classes over time. Yeah. Great teachers, great time slots. We don't do Groupon or Living Social to try to get people in the door right now. Like, we're trying to take our time with this and build a great business.
I love that. And I want to kind of come back and tease apart something you just landed on, which I think is so important: partnering together. And teachers taking ownership of promoting their classes and talking about the studio. I see this as a major problem for a lot of studio owners, is when their teachers just want to show up, teach, and leave. Yeah. And they don't get the word out. They're not telling people. How do you work with your teachers to get them excited and participating and talking about what you guys have going on?
We do a number of things. So I actually went to the Yoga Alliance conference, the Business of Yoga conference that was here in DC. It was fantastic. It was so awesome. So I'm in the process now of dissecting my notes, and then I will invite the teachers over for lunch or share with them. We'll have a session where I basically brain dump everything I learned, because it's like they couldn't all be there. So I share with them information and we go back and forth in that way. So that's really important. We have a teacher Facebook group, which just for our staff, interns, and teachers, and it's like an ongoing daily, digest of everything that's going on at the studio, promoting. We're having a ladies' night out dance party that will start with some flow yoga this Saturday. And so we might post on there, hey ladies, like, which of our teachers are coming, bring friends, and try to help promote each other's classes and workshops, even within our own little community, which feels really good. And then we have a staff meeting, usually once or twice a year, and we highlight teachers, what they're doing, what might be coming up for them. We have one teacher who's basically full-time, and her classes have really grown. She's teaching more Kripalu-based yoga, gentle yoga, and curvy yoga. And she is going to present at our staff meeting about how she's built her business over the past 3 years, because I think a lot of our teachers don't necessarily see themselves as their own micro businesses. And so I'm taking someone who's really doing it and asking her to share. So using the people who are already within our community and doing it really well, and having them give sort of best tips and tricks,
I love that. I think that's fantastic. Love it, love it. So for someone who is maybe just getting started as a teacher, just rolled out, what would you say is your number one piece of advice for someone who's just graduated teacher training and really looking for their yoga home?
I think that doing the work to get clear about what you're super passionate about and how that's all going to come together. So if you love teaching hot, sweaty power classes, then going to a few different studios, trying them out, meeting the community, seeing how it feels, and then diving in and becoming the expert. Saying yes to every teaching opportunity that you get is really important in the beginning. Building your following, taking the business side seriously in terms of building a list and a newsletter and a website or a Facebook page, and kind of really seeing yourself holistically and making sure that you're spending time on all of the pieces, and not burning out just from teaching in 20 places. I mean, as a new teacher, you could go and teach, especially in the DC area, 20 different places throughout the week. You'll be in the car the whole week, but you have no time to actually practice. And you don't have a lot of time to build your business because you're so busy running around in your car all week. So I think it's important to schedule that time for yourself and really schedule business development time and seeing what inspires you, doing the work, for sure.
And knowing that it's not going to happen overnight. Like you said,
it takes time.
It takes time to organically grow a business in a way that feels good and is sustainable. And
sure.
Super important. You and I are both huge advocates of it being sustainable.
Yeah.
So that you can have a life too.
Sure, for sure, yeah.
Love it, love it. Well, Pleasance, I'm so excited you joined me today, and I'm really thrilled to be working with you and bringing Yogipreneur to DC in the next couple months to dive into this topic even deeper with yoga teachers. So
Great.
super, super excited about that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and until next time, we'll see you soon.
Ready to be inspired in your biz? Get weekly lessons to live in your business sweet spot, plus exclusive content that I only share via email. Sign up for updates at theyogipreneur.com.